Hey, what's up YouTube? So I'm just wanting to make a very fast video on the Final Mouse Ultralight X versus the Ninjutso Sora. These are both two titans in the mouse community. Let me move the boxes. So if you're in the mice, you're absolutely gonna know what these two mice are. So starting off, I'll go over sizing real fast. The Sora is gonna be the wider mouse. It's also going to be the bigger mouse, and it will weigh more. So this Sora, whenever I palm it, the hump on the back does touch my palm, which I like a lot. Whereas the Final Mouse, I have to claw this more aggressively, and the hump on the back does not touch my palm. So if you have smaller hands, the Final Mouse medium will be the better of those two. Next up, I'll go over the scroll wheel. This is where the Final Mouse is like junk. Honestly, it's really disappointing to say this, but the scroll wheel on the Final Mouse is absolutely terrible. This scroll in the Ninjutso Sorra is very nice. It's not the best I've ever felt, but it's definitely more tactile. It's just definitely in a better league of what the Final Mouse is. This feels like it's put together by a freaking kid in terms of how it sounds and feels. Sounds like something's broken, honestly, but it's not, I promise you. That's just how bad scroll is on the Ultralight. I guess I will say the redeeming factor of that, the scroll in terms of clicks is a lot lighter, whereas the Sora is way heavier. It's almost too heavy for me to click. I just don't like clicking with how heavy that is. What else? So in terms of I'll go over stock skates on these mice real quickly. Stock skates, I'd give that to the Final Mouse just because they feel like they glide better. The Sora is more on the louder side. You can actually hear that. So yeah, I'd give that edge to the Final Mouse. Weight-wise, I can't tell the difference between these two mice. I think this one's around 35 grams. And then with the grip tape, it's probably like 38, 37. This one's like 41. It is 39 grams out of the box, but you have to have skates, and it's probably makes it a gram heavier, half a gram or something like that. Next up, clicks. I actually really like the Final Mouse for its clicks. There is more post-travel with this mouse, but the clicks are super light. Whereas the Ninjutso Sora has heavier clicks, similar. I shouldn't say similar, but kind of like the G Pro Superlight. They're just more heavier, more tactile. This is like a slightly lighter version of Superlight in terms of clicks. I really like the clicks in this. I will say, for Valorant, the clicks are better with this mouse, but I just love clicking this mouse even when I'm not even using it, just because of how good they feel. I will say, out of all the mice I own, this mouse probably has the best clicks I've ever messed with, so that's pretty awesome. Next up, what else should I talk about? They both have the same sensor, so there's nothing really different there that I can go over. Man, I'm trying to figure out what else I can say. They're both really awesome mice. But yeah, the Sora will be the bigger one out of the two. I'll show you guys a example from ULX. So you guys can pause and go over that if you like. Oh, here's another one I can talk about. So battery life. The battery life of the Ninjutso Sora is pretty bad. If you're using it often, you're gonna really need to charge this thing a lot. This mouse is not made for 8K. With the battery life it already has for 1K hertz, good luck trying to use 8K. It's just probably not going to be a thing that people use often. Just because of 1K hertz, the battery life is already really bad. Whereas the Final Mouse at 8K hertz, I don't even know actually if this mouse supports 8K hertz yet, because I don't use this mouse this often. But for 4K hertz, this mouse lasts all day. It's really freaking awesome. So that's really, really great with this mouse. Another thing that matters too, like the overall shell of the mouse. The shell on this mouse just feels cheaper than the Sora. The Sora feels like kind of a slightly cheaper version of the super light. It's not as durable, like it doesn't feel as, I'd say it's almost there. Like it's more of a ping pong. Same thing with the super light. Grip wise though, I really like the Sora. The final mouse I don't like, mainly because of all the holes. It feels like a cheese grater, but I guess that's good since nothing touches my back palm. I had to use grip tape on this mouse. I just don't like how the sides feel. It's the same thing with the WL Beast X Max. Like I can't use it without grip tape on the side. What else? For online, when you use these mice to use their software, whatever it is on the internet, I'd say the final mouse is better. It just works quicker. This thing loads up like a freaking 2000s computer. It's just slow and a little more finicky. This just works perfectly, so that's really nice on the final mouse's end. What else can I talk about? Side button clicks, they both feel pretty good. Let me try the final mouse. So I actually do prefer the final mouse clicks actually, but that's just preference honestly. So yeah, ultimately if I had to choose one mouse over the other, spend the $100, save a lot of money, or buy the premium mouse and have a well-known brand, 100% I go with the Sora V2. Like there's honestly like no reason to buy this mouse right now. The build quality is nowhere as good. You're gonna have more issues. Sure, the battery life's better, but I could almost buy 2 of these mice for what I pay for this one. I will say if you like collect mice, this is a really nice mouse to have in your collection. But I wouldn't get it if you had to choose between the Sora V2 or the ultralight medium. I will say if you have smaller hands, the final mouse will be better, but yeah, honestly I just like the way how this fits in my hand better. There's one thing I really like about the Sora, the sides where my pinky is, it's more sloped in, so it's a really nice locked in feeling. I talked about this in my other video, so that's really great. But yeah, I'd ultimately go with the Ninjutso Sora V2. I guess my 2 like negatives with this mouse are the battery life, but I don't notice that just because I don't play with this mouse every single day. And then this might sound silly, but my other negative with this mouse is the fingerprints. So this one is a white mouse, but I don't know if you can tell on video. But this mouse gets so many fingerprints, like it's really freaking bad. And honestly, like if you did buy the black copy, I honestly pray for you, because the white copy with fingerprints is terrible, and I honestly could not imagine owning the black copy. My final mouse, I don't get any fingerprints on this mouse, which is super nice. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I'd 100% go with the Sora V2. Don't even overthink it. It's just the better mouse to have in 2024. So if you like this video, I will post more content. I am getting like a kind of a workbench set up in the other part of my room over here. So I'll have like a work table where I can modify mice and swap out switches and do a little more in-depth and stuff like that. So I will be buying like some G Pro Super Lights and modding them, and if anyone wants to send in their mouse later on, or get like more well known, then I'll be doing services like that. But for now, I'll just be posting more mice reviews. So if you guys have any recommendations for different mice for me to try, let me know, because I buy mice super often. I'm always looking for something new. So I do have the Skyrox V8 that's incoming, and the Madar Major. So I'll be reviewing those 2 mice in one video, and then I'll probably do another video where I throw in the Sora, since it's a little more expensive than those 2 mice. So it'll be like a three-way like Chinese mouse face off. So that should be a really good video. But yeah, don't overthink this video. I'd recommend the Sora, even though like the battery life isn't as good. This mouse is freaking amazing. So I think what we're gonna notice over the next couple of like months to a year or two, mice are gonna be less expensive and the quality on them is gonna be freaking amazing. And it's going to be a battle between like the bigger companies versus like all these startup companies that make really amazing mice. So that's going to be something to really look forward to later on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.